Let's talk about tax secret number 4, the Augusta Rule. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about this. So the Augusta Rule, who can take this deduction? Business owners who own a home and want to reduce business taxable income. Says a lot, but what it basically means, you can rent your home out to your business. And why would you want to do that, right? So your home, you can rent your home to your business for up to 14 days a year, tax-free, while deducting the rent as a business expense. So on your business return, let's say you got an S corp, right? Let's say you got a LLC or an S corp, right? They're basically one and the same, but the one separates it from the difference between the S corp and your LLC. Your LLC, if you're just a single member LLC, it still lives on your personal tax return. Once you incorporate and once you elect to be treated as an S corp, it lives on a separate return. But let's say you rent your home to your business for 14 days. You can't just say, I'm renting my home to my business. There's a process for doing that, right? So with all of these strategies, there's a way to implement them properly. And that's where a lot of people go wrong, or think you can just take the deduction and not have the back end paperwork to support it, right? So renting your home to your business means that you're going to need to get the fair market value rate. You can't just put a number on it. You got to figure out, okay, did I research? How did I come up with the number on how I chose this rental rate? What were my comparables when I called around? What did I find out what the rates were in my area? How did I come up with this rate? Did I do a contract with my business to my home, a lease agreement, right? How often am I meeting and what am I meeting about? You need the meeting minutes. You need to know who was present in the meeting. You need to knock the days in and all of those things. You need to track all of that stuff because remember I said if you need to be able to support your claim. These deductions or claims that you're making, you need to have the proof to support that claim on the back end. So the other cool thing about this strategy is you can use it to host. It doesn't say specifics on what you have to do in those meetings, right? You can host quarterly strategy meetings or monthly strategy meetings. The meeting could just be with yourself if you're a solopreneur, right? So if you're just a one person business owner, you may need to take some time out to sit down and have some strategy sessions with yourself. The business doesn't plan itself. You got to plan it, right? So you may want to take some time to do that, or maybe you book some retreats. And here's the cool thing. If you hired your family on and to work in the business, if you're going on a family retreat and you're booking out a strategy session during those retreats, who's actually also eligible for the write-off? Your board members, your family, right? So, and also for client events, you can really maximize the deduction, but you really got to have your I's dotted and your T's crossed on this. The Augusta Rule is beautiful, but you have to have you've got to track your progress on it, and you have to have documentation to prove what you're doing, that you're doing it the right way. You actually, and what I find a lot of times is people will use this strategy, but they won't actually pay from the business account to their personal when they do the meeting. That money needs to come out because you're going to take on that tax return. You're going to be taking the deduction from the business going over to your personal side. So you need to make sure that you've actually done the steps to fully implement the strategy. You can't just put it in writing and say, I think I did it right. You're right. You need to make sure that you've got all your ducks in a row and put these strategies in place because the IRS understands that people are utilizing these strategies, but what they're also making is a lot of people are using them improperly because you're not putting all the pieces in place to make sure that you're doing it the right way. So that's what I want to talk to you about, is making sure you're doing these things the right way. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.